See, this is where G Kunai, see, and yep, Eclair, yep, see, they just follow that guy. Link in the description. Link in the description, guys. Let's talk about this. Hey guys, it's me, Jester Gambler, and I know it's been about, I think, 2 weeks since I uploaded. I think the last thing I uploaded was the Henry fight. I've just, I mean, if I'm going to be honest here, I also wrote a letter to the community and my Twitter, but it was just more so, you know, me and my emotional state. I was also really drunk. Um, so let's discuss here about this video. This is just a general kind of update to things and what's going on, and I kind of also want to talk about Older Conqueror a little bit because we might have been wrong about Older Conqueror. Might have been big ol' wrong. So that being said, let's begin. For here on with me, I have been busy with this new job, as well as I've have an opportunity to become an intern for a professional jewelerist. Now, I'm not exactly sure when it starts, but he told me it will start around like summer to fall area. So that's like, I'm assuming I have about 6 more months. So yeah, I will still be here. I'll be doing as much as I can, as much as we can with this game state. But I mean, we're still kicking it and experimenting. So that's basically it right there. Let's talk about the Puppet server. So I'm not really working on a lot of my stuff right now. I'm more so working on the Puppet server and the Puppet YouTube. So that will also be linked in the description. The Puppet Discord, guys, it is not just for Puppet users, right? Like, it is primarily for the Puppet, you know, Puppet playstyle and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're just a normal person, you know, like if you just use regulars and so that, you can still join the server. It's not, you know, exclusively for Puppet. Like, you have to be a Puppet, you know, we're not gatekeeping or anything like that. If you want to, if you're curious about puppetry, if you want to, even this, right? Let's say you just join the server for the news, right? Because I don't only just upload Puppet news. I upload every tournament that's going on, online or offline. I upload everything update-wise when it comes to this game. I upload any update via community that's going on. We constantly, you know, update the channel. We're getting a lot more to it. We're working on getting custom emotes, custom soundboards, custom GIFs. You know, we're working on a lot more with the Puppet server. And it's not, like I said, just puppets. It's all kinds. We've even thought about expanding the Puppet server to other fighting game for Puppet play styles, so we can add like a separate chat and be like, hey, this is, you know, if you're interested in this is that, and have different guides for them. But if you are interested in puppets, like I said, there is guides for both Storm 4 and Connections. We're also working on Storm 2, Storm 3, and Generations as we speak. It's about to cut in 3, 2, and I'm back, guys. We are also working on there was something else we're also working on. Getting more content creators out there and getting it more known. We're working on more partners. We're working on getting more members. We're almost close to 100, and the server's been out for 2 months, so we're very close to 100. So that would just be phenomenal if we can get there and get close to there. And like I said, you guys can promote your stuff too. You don't have to be a Puppet user to promote your stuff. We have a promo. Self-promo section where you can upload your YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, whatever you want to upload, you can upload there. You have full-on permission. So yeah, I mean, if you guys can please join, please do. Like I said, it's like I said, a chill environment. It's always active. This server is always active, surprisingly. There's always debates. There's always discussions. I mean, right now we're doing a whole Pokemon chat right now. So yeah, please take a look at it. The link will be in the description. And I think that's about it that I have to say, other than the biggest news. Let's discuss what CC2 has announced the other day. We have our first look of the DLC Hagoromo, which if you guys don't know about, remember, join the Puppet server. I upload everything, so you guys can see in announcements that I've uploaded. Already the Twitter pages and some of the some YouTubers talking about it. So we have Hagoromo confirmed for DLC, which from the data mines that we've already had, we already knew Hagoromo was going to be one of the first DLCs. But he's looking pretty busted as a support. Like, once again, kind of like his son Ashura. Like, this guy has multiple chakra blades. He has his lightning jutsu that could put you in place. His mashing looks pretty, like, it looks like Momoshiki kind of deal, where it's very, like, mid-range. And then his awakening, the sword of Noboku or whatever, that thing is, like, you're not running from that. Like, that thing is huge. So, yeah, we're looking at another OP character, really broken character, if not at least broken as a support. For puppets, I'm really scared. I'm not really scared about the lightning jutsu as much. I'm actually more scared about the chakra blade jutsu, because what is most likely going to happen, kind of like how Jigen is and other characters like it, is only the puppet guard will be able to block some of it, and then the rest of it will still hit the puppet master guard. So I'm a little worried about that. We will see when that happens, but we do have that announced. We don't know when it's going to be coming out. We know possibly between now and fall, so anytime then. I'm assuming what's going to happen is they're going to make a patch in February, because they always tend to make patches and stuff in February and April. So around February, we're going to get a patch, and then this patch, let's askew a little bit. Let's talk about the biggest news. It's not just Hagoromo. They announced custom matchmaking. Finally, we're getting invites. Finally. Like, that is a sin that it took us 2 months for them to finally say something. And this game didn't come out. Like, dude, Storm 2 came out with fucking invites when day launch. Like, how do you mess up like that? And not only that, but we're kind of looking bad right now. I mean, you have JJK that's come out in a couple of months, or they're going to come out soon. You have Tekken 8 that's going to come out soon, and Ori announced their DLC, which is nuts that we finally get our DLC 2 months later, but everyone else, like Mortal Kombat and them, got announced immediately. So, lovely. And a couple other games are going to be releasing. It's really going to kill us. I mean, honestly, we're looking like right now, Mortal Kombat versus DC. PMD just did a video on it, and literally how they were talking about it described us perfectly in our state right now in this community. So I'm hoping something changes and there'll be more updates and you know, something at least. I'm hoping there is a patch. What I'm gonna guess is there'll be a patch in February or April where it will do some nerfing and some balancing, and then the DLC won't come out till later this year. That's what I'm assuming, which I'm hoping that's the case, because I'm okay with that. Let's just hope they don't nerf puppets, because they did that in Storm 4 with the 2017, a year after so the game came out in February of 2016. A year later, they made a patch in 2017. And that nerfed puppets. Like, I don't know why they did it when puppets were not broken in Storm 4. Switch tech really does kill the puppet playstyle. And not only that, but why? What was the point of doing that for puppets? Like, you made it much harder. So, yeah, hopefully they don't do that for puppets and cons. We're looking pretty equal right now. Like, this is the first time we've looked like this since probably Rev/Storm 3. Definitely not as dominant as Storm 2 and Storm Gens, but we're looking like about Rev, Storm 3, and I'm loving it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they don't nerf puppets in any way.
Yeah, you're not gonna beat me.
Because this is our finally, after 7 to 8 years of bullshit, we finally get a game where we can, you know, actually fight back and do something. And I'm scared they're gonna take that away. So hopefully not. Hopefully they keep things the same. Possibly nerf Ashura. I would love a nerf on Ashura and a nerf on the three things I would like a nerf on, even though one of them is really going to hinder me. I would like a nerf on Ashura. That's number one. Like, that's my number one praise. Ashura carries people. Like, even if you're not good, even at a game that's not really that good to begin with, Ashura carries people. Like, if you use Ashura and you're doing some shit, you're not good. Just gonna admit that right now. Like, Ashura carries you. 2. Sarada is neutral. Like, some of the shit that she does is absolutely ridiculous, and that second hit needs to be nerfed or something. And then finally 3, even though this is going to be big on me, Poison needs to be nerfed. It is way too busted.
And you're still getting two-stocked by a fucking Conqueror.
So yeah, that's basically how puppets are. My thoughts of what, you know, and my hopes and my guesses on what the new DLC, the biggest thing, and puppets and the outcome of puppets with also Hagoromo's DLC. Let's talk about Mortal Conqueror now.
I see what
Odor
Luke does.
Kankuro
Like I see
at
what,
first
I do the same
was
thing with the dash cancels, but what I'm
L
bad is the
L
reactions, and
opinion.
Leak has better
No one
reactions.
really thought Elder
And
Kankuro
this
was
guy's just
good.
gonna spam this
I
shit.
mean, we've
Okay.
all tried him, and no one
No, I'm
can
fighting
make him
against
work.
Asarda, TP
Apparently,
Naruto, and Naruto.
even I couldn't for a while. So this is where PTS Kankuro started really coming in, because another thing about PTS Kankuro is that tilt jutsu.
Yeah,
His
I think
second
he's
jutsu
better
is really
in
good,
some
like really good, and he even goes through Sarada's thing, right? Well, Delica has been experimenting with Odor Kankuro a lot lately, and not only that, Shizo's also put in some work and some light into Odor Kankuro's second jutsu, the tilt jutsu. This thing is amazing. It probably is like Odor Kankuro right now is probably the best puppet user in cons. I'm just gonna say it. It's either he's number 1 or number 2. He takes a lot of skill though. He's not like Saucery, Shio, or PTS Kankuro, where especially PTS Kankuro, where you just pretty much have to dash every time and do an input. Like every time you do an action, dash or move. Every time you do an action, dash and move. That's basically PTS Kankuro's game plan in this game. Saucery's is more like, let me play defensive, spammy, grabs and stuff like that, and then awaken. Shio's is using the iframe and awakening, essentially. But in some mashing. Odor Kankuro, though, is kind of a mixture of all of them in a weird sense. So the bad things about Odor Kankuro is his combos do drop, and they're kind of weird. They're really wonky. They're really weird. Definitely not like... But his mash and hitbox isn't like Storm 4, but it's not like Rev either. It's really wonky and weird. You see in these matches, I've missed quite a bit of things, but you also see what I do to make up for it, because it's not like detrimental.
Yeah, try to do turtle because
So he can not only not only does his combos miss, but his air combo is not that good. You can block in the middle of it, and it's janky in the air. It's not like Storm 4 where it had priority, and this one he really doesn't. So yeah, it's really janky. But that being said, that's not a detriment. Other than that, that's kind of his worst attributes. Everything else about him is amazing. He has 2 puppets, so he has actually the biggest puppet guard out of all the puppets, which we've mentioned that since day 1. His puppet guard is amazing. His mash potential in this game is also amazing. His 3-hit infinite is actually really useful, because it can also do quick damage and quick hits. His air combo isn't that bad, because what you could do is his air combo, which you see me do, is first hit air combo, then dash, and then I do like a guard pill, or I'll do a jutsu, like the second jutsu, or I'll do a grab or something like that. I'll get creative, but I never really finish the air combo because it's not good to finish it. His grab isn't good either, but it's still usable, right? Like you can still do it, but it's not like PTS Kankuro Sorceries. Like those 2 grabs are amazing, but Odor Kankuro, they definitely nerf his grabs in Storm 4. Like, they really did nerf it, and he's a lot slower. And again, it's really janky. But that being said, I mean, like I said, his mash is good. His Puppet Mei Rain Jutsu is actually really good. I don't really use it as much, but it's still pretty good. But let's talk about the 2 main things that he has that other puppets don't have. Kind of. His Tilt Jutsu is broken. The hitbox on it is amazing. It actually hits supports, whereas PTS Kankuro doesn't hit supports. He has a higher chance of hitting Lightning Kunai, as you see here, and having a easier chance with G Kunai than probably even Sorcery, if not as equal. But this jutsu right here has amazing tracking. It has a faster startup than PTS Kankuro's. It does the same thing as PTS Kankuro's, but better since it actually hits supports and has a bigger hitbox, so it can even hit air supports, which you saw me, I think, do earlier. So the things he could do is amazing. And then let's not include that he actually has a really broken awakening, which at first I thought wasn't good, but I'm going to have to I'm going to have to remake my Odor Kankuro puppet guide, because, bro, that awakening is better than Sorcery's awakening. You can do multiple jutsus and dashes without any lag. Whereas Sorcery's has a little delay to it. Like if you do an air jutsu and then try to dash immediately, it has a little delay to it. Ultra Conquerors doesn't. You can literally do a jutsu and then another jutsu and then another jutsu and then you do a dash with Ultra Conqueror and his awakening. You saw me do it earlier, I believe. If not, I know I didn't upload it, but his awakening is amazing and his tilt jutsu is amazing. His mash is pretty good. Puppet May Rain is amazing and his puppet guard is pretty great. So, yeah. I'm wrong about Ultra Conqueror, but yeah, sorry for the 2-week delay. It's been a lot, and I'm trying to catch up to things. So yeah, this is Jester Gambler, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Dancing at a high school.